Hey, let's go. Get in there. Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Yeah, I feel like
Let's go.
I learned.
Let's
Aya.
go.
Aya. Aya.
Hello.
Representation is a must.
Period.
Cumpleaños.
Yo, I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Big respect and love out. What's happening? What's happening? Sheesh.
Appreciate you for coming.
Hey, it's
I'm
cuz.
lost for words. Right now, I feel like I should go get my poncho. You let me know if I should. Okay.
Listen, respect due to elevated goddess, man, to everything she done brought to me and everything that we hear. You know what I'm saying? It was her birthday. Mexican Viva La Mexico. Uh, you gotta
Go.
represent, go hard for your people, man. Shit.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hey, happy birthday, Elevated.
You know.
Okay. I made sure y'all hit her with a favorite. Did she hit that goal yet?
Yes, yeah. We did that same night, man. We
Period. Period.
appreciate you.
Period. That's what we talking about.
Yeah. So much appreciation to the growth of everybody, man. And yeah, that's why we here.
Let's go. Well, let's get right into it. Thank you for your patience. And sometimes these
Absolutely, man.
go over time. Um, so CinCity, what brought you to the app?
I've always been here. I started, man. I first came to the app. It was strictly dating, long time ago, like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and back then, it was just like, for me, I was like, I need to meet some people, but I don't need to meet these type of people. You know what I'm saying? So I need something that can mess with me. You feel me?
Right.
Because yeah, this ain't happening. So and mixing it up on the apps and finding out different people, and at this time too, coming into who I am as a man, I didn't want to do no lying. I just wanted to be me. You feel me? And I didn't want to lie and shit. I just wanted to, hey, I'm gonna tell you either accept me or you don't. And that's when I came to the app, So in doing that and being me, I made some lifetime friends off here. They're still around, and so it was good for me. It was still like a networking tool back then because everybody ain't for you, but you meet
Right.
some people, you talk to some people. You know what I'm saying? So
And when you say back then, what year are we talking?
we talking 2012, 2011. Yeah,
And what app are you on?
I'm on Plenty of Fish O Plenty.
Fish
Yes,
of Plenty.
yeah.
So you downloaded 2011, 2012. You downloaded the app. What when you initially downloaded the app? What exactly were you looking for?
Just women. You know what I'm saying? To meet some women that on a different level. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to date down. You want to date up, at least if you're going to date or somebody that's even with you. You know what I'm saying? I was coming off of like basically me uh, settling for things that's less than, you know, what I'm worth. So you want to find your worth. You want to find somebody that appreciates you, you
Right.
know? And I found the appreciation just keeping, like I said, keeping it honest. I didn't do no lying. I didn't lose. I didn't lose one time. I'm not gonna even lie. Like it was one chick, you know, and she was like, nah, but she came back around a year later. Now we still linked today. She's here. She do events here in Vegas, man. Like it's like it's good when you find good building on a lifetime friendships, relationships, anything that's gonna contribute positive to your life. And that's just what I wanted to be surrounded with energy that's for me and not just looking to take energy from you.
Gotcha. You mentioned meeting people off of here, right? Did
Mhm.
you actually hook up with anybody during that time?
Man, shit. Listen. Yeah, back then, like, yeah, I had some hookups back then. Yeah. And like even I had to fall back on the hookups. It was like, okay, they draining me now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I gotta find somebody who gonna put into me though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause it's like, okay, they, like I said, they suck you dry. They, you know, you lead, and then you be left like a prune somewhere, and they gone. So,
Do you,
uh,
with that being said, right? Do you feel like you give more when you're in a relationship or talking to someone? You give more than you receive.
it just depends on who the person is on the opposite end. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in this, and this is what I've learned. Anything you invest in, you invest in your relationships. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get something out of it, you got to put something in. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, be that which I want to see. You know, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna show you that mirror. You know what I'm saying? So it's natural. You know what I'm saying? For me, I come on a spiritual. When I hit or I'm talking to you, I come from a spiritual aspect first. So, I don't lose a lot because I'm real with it. I'm consistent with it. Uh, you know, it's just in my demonstration, so it ain't been always good because everybody in acceptance of what you are in your way, or you know what I'm saying. But for those on the, like I say, on the elevated plane, you see eye to eye because we even. You understand, our understanding is the same. We done did the same work. We come to the same place in understanding. So
Got you. Let me ask you this: when you downloaded the app, what place were you at? Were you in? Um, to download the app? Like, why couldn't you meet people in your area to hook up with?
well, you do. I'm in a place though. You know what I'm saying? But it was the internet. You got the opportunity to talk to people. Like I may talk to somebody a month before I even see them, and they right here in the city or whatever, just getting to know them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because the important thing is getting to know a person. The insides. So now where I was at, now I like women. You know what I'm saying? I like women. Like I like the company of a women, like just everything about them. So of course, I could say I was a player back then. I thought I had those. I was, that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? I want to fulfill me. At the end
Right.
of the day, yeah. So,
So let's move forward. Now, I know you had the app since 2012, right?
mhm.
Did you leave for a little bit and then come back
Oh,
and realize it was live, or did you?
so uh, I actually came in what they would say the other side, the T, the big T. A month before I downloaded POF, I had the T. You know what I'm saying? So the ghetto and the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? I'll be over here a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be over in the suburbs a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like, oh man, I gotta get back some of this home back over here, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you be off the app. You might be messing with somebody to be off the app a little bit, and then that don't go back, and you're back, and yeah. So it was a bunch of that in the mix. Of, oh, let me download this thing again. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Right.
because you be busy too, though. You know what I'm saying? So when the app will take up a lot of time, but when so yeah.
Okay. So let's bring it back. Before we bring it back, one question: who were some of the streamers that, when you noticed like the live portion of it, that made you feel like I could do this?
Well, I didn't see. I started off in the local, like uh, with streaming, because when I first discovered streaming,
Hmm.
I did not want no parts of streaming. I wasn't there for that. So I ain't gonna even lie. Look, if I accidentally clicked on the leaderboard section, I would be so pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you don't hurry up and get me the hell out of here. What the? You know what I'm saying? I'm so serious. Listen, and now look, that's all we do is pay attention to the leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how you navigate the app and you accidentally end up over there. I'm like, man, yeah. So yeah, but sheesh.
So So let me give you a bit of what this is. This is exclusive interview is a mini autobiography of your life. So we dive into your past, we dive in your present and your
Yep.
future. Okay, this right now is your present, but we want to know more about your past. So it's good for your audience, especially your fan base that is listening right now, if you can be as detailed as possible, so they can get an idea of like where you come from, how you grew up,
Yeah.
and different, the different life situations that you've been through. Okay,
Yeah.
if there is some things that I may bring up that you don't want to go too much in depth with, just let me know. We can
Yeah.
pass that. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So I want to go into your past. Where was you born? Who was you raised with? How many siblings did you have?
Ooh, I was born in 73. That's 19 for y'all. Uh, my mother and father and my sister was our household. I'm from Cali, South Central.
Mm,
Uh, and my sister, she's still around. My mother and father still around. They still married. They've been married 64 years. Um, I come from a big family and shit. My grandmother got a twin sister. They got two more sisters. There's twins, and they got two more sisters and shit. And my grandmother had 9 kids. Her twin had 11. The other ones, they had like 5 and 7 and 2. So uh, they from Arkansas. I'm from Cali. My mother and father, they moved from all the Cali, which my auntie, my cousins, like, yeah, a lot of our family they all ended up in Cali, and then Vegas. We congregate here in Vegas. So
okay.
yeah.
What does Cali mean to you?
It means high prices, high gas prices, and I don't want to look back that way. Not for real. Because yeah, it's expensive to live out there right now, but it's important because it's a big part of my foundation and grounding. You know what I'm saying? And being on that part of the uh, states that had a certain mentality at a certain time. My parents come from a certain time where it wasn't cool. My mom went to school with the Little Rock Nine and shit. You know what I'm saying? So um, all that has an influence on me. You know what I'm saying? My granddad, my grandparents and shit teach me about who you are, and even at a young age, instilling those strength core values, within me because it was already hard, you know, in their life. They knew what they went through. My granddaddy was in the army. Baby, he was born in 1912. My pops was in the Navy, born in 1937 and shit. So, I'm not with the military. I'm with the business of righteousness and truth of self. So yeah.
Got you. So, so let me ask you this. So, you grew up. How would you describe your parents as far as like income and stuff like that? Would you say they was middle class?
I would say middle class, but I never wanted for nothing as a kid, though. You feel me? I had the game. I came up. I'm a gamer. Uh, I played the real big video games and beat those with the quarters. I had Nintendo. I had Atari. I had a ColecoVision. I had Sega. You feel me? Some of those I paid for. I worked at 13 and got out. I cut grass. I had to earn allowance.
Mm,
You know, um, it was good because my father taught me responsibility. All of it didn't take early, but he did though. It was those things that made me go to work when I needed to on my own though. Like even in high school, I had a job. When I graduated, I only had 4 classes. I was going to work, so um, that's just what it was for that time. For me, you know, um, yeah, it was a good time.
so let's get into school. How how when you got into elementary, tell us how it was then. Were you a popular kid? Were you Describe how your personality was and how did it mesh with the other kids your age.
It was up and down because you had uh times where you had to stand up. Like I was quiet. I'm a quiet person. Introvert. I don't talk a lot. But then sometimes you might you might get the urge as a kid to show out. It might be the wrong
Right.
time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but coming up, uh, sports, football, baseball, basketball played since 6 or 7. Um, all the kids that I was in kindergarten with, I grew up, like my homeboys all the way through high school. We graduated. You learned in elementary though, what was what though. Like my homeboys I stayed with on the street or whatever, if we would fight all the time or we'd get into it or whatever. And I remember I called one night, called my homeboy a sissy. And he went back up there and his mama told him, you gonna take a ass whipping from him or you gonna take one from me? And my homeboy came back out there and he kicked my ass. He bit me in the back. I went home, told my mama and daddy, they raised my shirt up, seeing my back was big. And I remember my mama saying, go over there. He said, I ain't going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. And, that's my best, homeboy from Cali and growing up, like, that was my homeboy. Like, my dad and his granddad is best friends. Eminem's Meat Market, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, same thing to me, though. He called me something and shit, and my mom and daddy heard it, and my mom's was outside with a Hot Wheels racetrack, and that thing was laying down like this, boy, and I was walking up there, she said, if you don't go back out there, and I went out, hey, that was a long walk over to my homeboy, he was sitting on the tree too, boy, and I see, hey, look, I walked up to her, a tear just this is my home, man, this is my partner, man, so these are the things we learned, like, I had to, like, huh?
Did you fight him when you went over there?
Man, I went over there, you know what I'm saying, and kicked him in the butt. You know what I'm saying? As he ran, I kicked him in the butt. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, I hear my daddy in there on the phone talking to everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I was like, I did good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we boxed. We put the gloves on.
What did those moments teach you?
That you had to stand up for yourself or people will run over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people will, you have to stand up for yourself or people will run over you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like something, you have to be the one to stop it, especially if it comes to, picking on you, putting hands or, my pops used to tell me, hey, if they bigger than you, pick up something and knock the hell out of them. Mm-hmm. And I did a few times too. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit my neighbor. I hit him with a baseball bat. And then another time, man, he had me pent up under that baseball bat, man. Shit, hours praying. Look, I don't know how I was gonna get up. My granddaddy came outside. Hey, get up off of him. You know what I'm saying? He had that baseball bat. I'm pent on me. We kids. I don't know. I might have been. It felt like eternity, boy. I didn't know how I was gonna get up because I couldn't.
Yeah. So, how was your grades? Like in elementary school, we're talking. We're just talking elementary around that time. How was it?
My grades was pretty good. They fluctuated. Like I remember in learning 3rd grade and doing math and fractions and things like that. Like I couldn't get it, and my teacher made me stay without permission from my mom's. Oh yeah, and I was like crying. You're like, I need to go home. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up there getting that math right though. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that long fraction divisions on the equal signs and shit. She'd be like, correct. Boom. So I was like, okay. So when I went home, it was a long walk home, but I felt better about knowing how to do math. You know what I'm saying? Because from then, you know what I'm saying, I became good at math, from that moment on, I gave speeches. I didn't like talking in front of people. I was in the plays. You know what I'm saying? I sung in the chorus. So,
You know
uh,
what you saying that I can see you like as you telling it, I can actually see you on stage acting because to me, I didn't know how funny you was until,
yeah. You
you
know,
did the show and then even right now, like I can see your personality. So it's like
yeah,
I'll see your personality
yeah,
kid too.
yeah. So, I want to have fun. I want hearts to be good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it gets heavy with everything going on in life, though. So if we can have some fun in the moment that we chilling and have some fun, then I want you to be laughing. I always say, hey, I want y'all pee a little bit when I'm we up here and shit because I want to. This is what we're here for, to get away from all the hard times. And so, listen, if we got a good laugh and did a bunch of laughing for the night on here, man, we had a good time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So tell me about your first crush.
Shoot, first crush, man.
How old were you?
Well, the first realization, the first real crush I had was Nikki Sweeney, about
No.
8 years old. Yeah, and 8 years old. Uh, and I don't know if I can call it a crush or a girlfriend, because I remember one day we was running around. We was about 8, and we would run over our neighbor's house, and we would go back there and we'd kiss. And then we run back out there where we were supposed to be in the in the front on the sidewalks and all. Then we run. Oh yeah, we had cotton candy on our lips too, though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just got some cotton candy off the ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying? We was back on the side of the house, hidden. Do a little kissing, but yeah. And like I said, Nikki's one. We all grew up on the block. I said until she was a year younger, but she was very hot. Yum. Get in there. So quack, 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 quack.
Nothing wrong with a little gift break. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. So that was the crush. I didn't had now my first crush.
So wait, you didn't say nothing to her? You didn't
We didn't say no. We was kissing. We was already kissing. There wasn't nothing else to say. We was 8 years old.
but she was with it. You didn't have to say, hey, I like you, you like me. I just went straight for the kiss.
Hey, how we got in there? Hey, I don't know. Maybe she said, I don't know how we was doing on the side. I don't know how we was there. We was there.
So all right. Now let's go to your crush.
I mean, the crush. That probably was the crush because this was when I talk about my first, that I can't call that was a crush. That was just a taste of me, stepping into sexuality, and then like, okay, she gone. I graduated like from the 6th grade, and boom, summertime hit, and yeah, I got some for the first time, and okay, now I'm like, when we gonna do that again?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, now at that age, you ain't got access to house and room and as you will, and you know what I'm saying? And you just can't, like, I couldn't just leave, like even at 12, like, I couldn't just leave and go. I tried, I got caught plenty of times trying to do things when I wasn't supposed to.
Right.
Like my pops came home one time on me in the 10th grade, I don't know how the hell, he every time though, but I'm gonna stay home today. You know what I'm saying? She coming over. Okay, boom. Pause, everybody going to work. She's here. Around noontime, I see that shadow walk across the which I know, and grab the screen door, which is my pops. And it wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, no ring doorbell ring, like I'm coming in. That's Pops. Get down on the side of the bed. She over there. She on the side of the bed. Put the covers over. You know what I'm saying? Pops, come on in. Me with my Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Pops come in the room. come up from under this, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, okay. Now Zeddy went back in the room. Come here, Kirk. Go in there. Uh, so you was supposed to have your ass in school, woo, 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 you know what I'm saying? And he left it at that. I had to go on and he didn't. I knew what to do from there. You feel me? Hey, we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get no. I was in 10th grade. I don't think I was getting whoopings in the 10th grade. No. So, but
You
I always
would
had
you
that fear too of, hey, and this was a good thing because I got ass whoopings. You feel me? Coming
yeah.
up, I got ass whoopings. Like, you know, I
Did you
got.
feel because you was his son and stuff like that, and you know he did you and your dad? I guess the real question is, did you and your dad have that bond where it was like he wanted he wanted you to bring home shorties and like do you in a sense, like he gave you that freedom to do you, but of course he's still mad you skipped school, but he was like more lenient because you was with a shorty.
I think it's just that time that I was at the 10th grade, and I think that we were definitely going through a lot at me. Uh, those teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Those teenage years where you rebellious and think you're right as a kid and don't, and you know it all or know when you know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of that. I think he just spared me on that one because a lot of times, like, okay, I did something. I know I got an ass whooping coming. I'm at home. I'm waiting all day for it. You know what I'm saying? And nothing
Yeah.
happened. And that was sometimes like it ain't about whooping all the time just to whoop you, whoop you, whoop you. It's to teach you a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And then it's also those times where like as a kid I'll be around the corner when I wasn't supposed to. And I'm riding my bike. And I'm around the corner again, and I come again, and my pop's standing outside with the belt
Mm.
on the sidewalk waiting for me to ride down. So as I'm riding, it's a long ass ride. And I see him out there standing with the belt. Get your tail in the house. And he whop my ass on the belt while my ass still on the bike and shit. You know what I'm saying? And hey, didn't I tell you, pop? You
I
know what I'm
remember
saying?
those days. You was on a bike, I was on skates.
Oh, and
I never skate again.
you learn. See? And without you saying it, I already know what you're talking about. Shit.
So if I was skating in the house
Oh no.
and he whooped my ass and told me to go upstairs with the skates on, I kept sliding down the steps. Man, listen.
That was
Every
to
time I look
say,
at stairs, I think about when I kept sliding down, trying to climb up the stairs with the skates on.
yeah.
So listen, I understand. I understand. So let's go into your your we're gonna skip junior. We're gonna go into your high school years because
Yeah.
I want to know how, because I know you mentioned some of the things that happened in your high school years, but what made it different from every other year? How did things get a little bit more complicated or rough for you?
Uh, with the peer pressure and gang banging situation that we had out there,
Mm-hmm.
I played sports, uh, and we had rules and regs. Like you had to balance all that as a kid.
Right.
Because when you play sports, you like way popular too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we back then we were popular. I was driving to school in the 10th grade. So. Um, we was popular. It was always extra. I didn't come straight home all the time. A lot of times I did, and a lot of times I didn't. And then, I might be on the bus later on. Then I might be back driving. So uh, it was just it was a lot of fun. I was like I said at that time. I didn't have no chicks that I was really trying to. We was more on like balancing out the gang banging stuff and going to school. And because we was in the shit, like, we'll go to the mall and, we'll be, it'd be, man, Gang bang central up there, and we young and we kids, and I remember I had a cast on my leg. I broke my foot in basketball.
Were you in a game?
I participated, yeah, because yeah, I participated. I can't
And what
say that
made
I
you
can say
part?
that I was in. This is our neighborhood. That's where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I fought for the neighborhood. I did stop gang banging. You know, it wasn't for me. You know, it
During,
was.
during that time, though, when you
Hmm?
were, what made you start?
I
What?
started because it's a consider everything around me. Like I said, from kindergarten up to high school. These are my homeboys. Everybody in this neighborhood. This is where I grew up at. When until I came and left, like this is where I was at. Uh, and it's pressure in the neighborhood. You feel me? Even in a town like mine where I grew up, it's still pressure. Like it's pressure all around. Like it's even today. Like when I look back or I talk back, and it's still going on with like, I'm like, damn, you 20? You from the neighborhood? Damn, the shit like the mentality of it is still going. So that's crazy to me, like that we haven't grown past to see what it is. But I understand the lower thoughts and the lower energy as well, because if you take that from them, they have nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The leaders in the movies, if you take that from them, they have nothing. So their whole thing is to keep, and I can understand because like other people come in and start doing, so I understand all that. At a young age, I didn't. It was just these are my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And we understand what it is though. Like my homeboys, like I played baseball for two different parks. My other homeboy, when we got older, he couldn't come over. No, this is still my homeboy today too. But he couldn't come. They said, tell him he can't come no more. Then, like, oh, okay. I mean, he couldn't come up and hang out to the park. Not that he couldn't come to my crib, but ain't no more coming down here just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. So, just trying to separate all that, because it was not only that's my neighborhood I can speak from. I know there's pressure up in the neighbor of the other neighborhoods because this is what's going on. You know what's going. Like if you hear it and you ain't from it, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just from being on the outside, you know what it is in LA. So to live there was a different thing. Now my cousin, uh, you'll see me with him on my stories and shit. He just came out to Vegas. We the only two boys in LA. I'm the youngest. You know what I'm saying? Out of all them kids, my grandma, and kids, we the youngest, three boys, and so everybody else is girls. And that's my big cousin. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get caught up. He was a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I did. So in finding out what's right, and these are the things because my mom and father they kind of knew what was going on. Colors was made. We went, we seen the movies, and I went in my mom's drawer one day, right? And this is the time I was about 10,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the time I used to break dance and shit. We had the fat laces out, the Adidas and woo woo. So I'm running around, go to my mom's drawer, and I see some red and black fat laces. I'm like, damn, I wonder why she didn't get these to me. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew. You know what I'm saying? They knew I wasn't supposed to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we had neighborhood watch. At Christmas time, we all had the same bikes. We had block parties. Uh, that's the things that, we had as kids. Like, everybody had the same. Like, we all had black and yellow motor mags, Huffies one Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So, um, we have at the parks on the 4th of July, we have events and things like that as a neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And even the big homies, the gang bangers that come out there and be out there singing or whatever, and because we were a community.
Did you inspire to be like some of the gang bangers or?
You kind of did because they were the OGs at when you in the time of my midst of representing. Yeah, because they were the OGs, and like the OGs of the OG stayed right down the street. You know what I'm saying? So you wanted to show out, and then you found yourself like okay, I'm representing at times where it wasn't cool.
Right.
Like, it's all against me. And I'm still, you stupid. You know what I'm
What
saying?
decided to put that lifestyle behind you?
It came like I seen it just wasn't a proper representation of me. And then like inner turmoil. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what it's supposed to be, then why is this going on? Like, we fighting each other and shit, all this shit, like, this is bullshit. I mean, also hustling came to me. So a far representation of me being myself is doing for me and getting mine though too, though. You feel me? And can't nobody take that. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I became a man, when I stood up on my own and I made that decision. Because I had to take my own steps, my own life into my own hands.
I'm sorry about that. I had to yell at my daughter real quick because she's
Yeah,
supposed to be laundry. So let me ask you this. Okay. Did you graduate high school?
absolutely. Like I said, when I graduated, I had in '91, I had 4 classes. I was working. I had a job. I was working at the movie theater, man theaters. Yeah.
Let's go. I did that for a while too.
Oh, you were usher. You had your flashlight. Did you
Nah,
shine for you?
I
Oh,
did the concession. I was a
oh,
lead.
oh. Okay. Listen, they passed me up though. I was too young. Nah. But I love the movies. That was my first. My first job was Del Taco.
mm.
So,
Well, you got
uh,
the some girl on.
hey, look. So, but when I got this job at the movie theaters, right? I went in there. It was a long ass line and shit. I filled the application out, and I came back to the car. My mama was like, "Go back in there." And that was like, "This the line in there." She was like, "Go back in there." I was like, "Ooh, okay." I got out. I went back in. I stayed the line. I got the job right then and there. When I came back, I got the job. So,
Shout outs to
boom. So,
what is your greatest memory as a kid?
oh man, I can't even lie. I got so many, man. I got so many. The
Yeah,
greatest,
the
like,
top one. I want the top
let me see the top.
great memory.
Man, as a kid, eh, uh, I can't even lie, bro. I have to go with catching my first touchdown in Pop Warner football, and everybody. We hadn't won the game all season. We won the
Mm,
first game and we won the last game. So
there
that
you
last game, I caught the touchdown pass. The dude threw the ball. The dude jumped up and tipped it, and I caught it in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker, they come up and hey, they got me above. The first game we was in sudden death too. So as kids, that's just one of the that I could think of right there to get to, like, because I was given everything. My parents, they provided a way and shit. My auntie, my family, all my aunties, my uncles and shit was around, all instilled a certain thing within. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all that. You feel me? Everything that was given.
go.
Yeah.
What was your longest relationship?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
About 2.5 years. And
When did you
that was at a young age.
so how old were you? When did y'all meet? How'd y'all hook up? And what started going downhill?
Well, at a young age, I was, man, this much. It's 1920.
Mm-hmm.
I came to Vegas, and well, I actually met her before I moved to Vegas. The riots was nope, 92. I came out here on Easter, and I wasn't old enough to be in the club.
Vegas?
Huh?
Are you saying you left Cali to move to Vegas?
Yes.
Okay.
So I met her at a club, Frank Hawkins Sports Lounge, and I wasn't supposed to be in the club at that time, but my homeboy let me use his ID, and I was able. I was from Cali too, though. I was young fly from Cali, so I looked like I was supposed to be in there, though. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I got
right.
in, and I was in there, and I met a few chicks, and she was one of them. And when I came out here, you know, hey, I'm out here. The riots happened. Months later, 2 months later, I was in Vegas, and I can't remember when we got together, but we started kicking it because like I said, she was older than me. She was 22, I was 19. She's 4 years older than me. So, we just started kicking it. But at a young age, you can pretty much expect something to happen at that time. Now that I look back on it, and after that, I had a youngster that I had met. I was 21. She was 17. She was emancipated. She had a baby already and shit.
Got
Uh,
you.
that
Right, this is a different shorty.
this is a different shorty, yeah. So,
So the first one was 2 years, 2 years and a half,
and it was young, yeah, probably about 2
and
years.
this one, how long was this relationship you're describing?
It was probably about 2 years, but it was
Okay.
2 years for me. Like at this time, like I still might have had somebody else I might have talked to. I could say I cheated or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I wasn't. I was young. I wasn't even looking at like, but I did start to with the second relationship. Start to okay. I want a house. I want a picket fence. So this is what I was thinking about marriage at then because I thought that's what I wanted.
Right.
Yeah, and going through that, I learned like okay, well, you go through things, and when things okay, it be some jacked up or whatever. It's especially when you're dealing with like low level ghettos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what
okay,
was what you went through? Like I know you go through
it's
things, but
just like honesty. A person being honest, telling you, or um, I wouldn't even call it cheating because like the way I look at things now, people are free, but back then you be like okay, well, damn, she with a whole other dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And okay, I'll allow her to mess with me, but because it's trust when you in the game or whatever, and you know how you gonna put your trust that she messing with this dude. How can you trust her to? You might set me up, or you might might do low me or anything. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like so, you learning things like that. How to protect yourself. You might have to cut somebody off. You might
Yeah.
like a person, it might hurt. You know what I'm saying? You have to block that out and do what you need to do. Separate or even mend it or whatever. Like whatever's necessary. Like sometimes you might have to suck it up and keep through. Or you might have been in a relationship where, well, I don't want to be alone, so I'm gonna just float on this one.
Right.
Or they might be floating on you, or you got all these variables of a relationship especially at a young age when you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't able to observe and look and see.
Have you
So
have you ever had your heart broken?
I've been hurt, broken. Nah, because I would be hurt and heartbroken. I've had some hurt. You know what I'm saying? Heartbroken. I say nah because I always know it's uh someone else out there. You have to heal, get through it, and go. And that can happen. Like if you put your heart out there, of course somebody can step on it. Even now, like of course.
But in your case, what happened where you were hurt?
Plenty of times. It's just like the first time like a girl ever broke up. I remember at a young age, I remember the first time a chick told me it's quits. You know what I'm saying? And we went together for a day. Even that hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the rejection, you know what I'm saying? Or not being accepted, or sometimes people do it for ego reasons though. Let me do you before you do me. Let me quit you before you quit me, or whatever. But for me, man, the way I love and care about the people I mess with, it all hurts though when you separate from a person that you care about. Like if I mess with you even a little bit, I care. It used to be back where I didn't before because I was just happy to be getting some or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So in the process of that, I mean that's the exercise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to get some. Now my heart is in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna mess with nobody that I'm not gonna put my heart into. You feel me? So it's been plenty of times, every separation. Sometimes like my baby mama, it's a long drag out because I've been knowing her since we was kids. And for somebody uh, who does her dance and will do her dance on your head, you know what I'm saying? Like on a man's head, oh yeah, she would stomp a man in the ground. Like, I'm just talking about me, but her husband, ex-husband, you know what I'm saying? Like she did a dance on him. So
Like when you put dance, like meaning beat his ass?
no, like she gonna do her, like she gonna run you through the mud. Like she's a problem,
Oh.
alcohol, fight, uh, shit talking, gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, gone. Yeah. And hey, look, listen, it's light for me, but I see it because I see what somebody else went through. Like I'm gonna protect myself. Like my heart stay even too though. Like I can care or care not. You feel me? I got a care not attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's just up to me. Like even if it hurts a little bit, okay, like shit, this is normal. Like these things can happen. Like okay, it's up to you to get through it. Like, but with baby moms, it's because we got a long history as kids, and like she is a rider, but it's just like I gotta say she got some messed up ways about her. You know what I'm saying? She knows it, and she's dealing with like bipolar shit too, though. You know what I'm saying? So I understand all that. I understand all the variables at play. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
CinCity, what made you the man you are today?
Sheesh, man, just seeking and finding out who I am. Coming into knowledge of self and wanting to know, asking the question, like when you ask the question of who are you? If you can't answer that question, you know what I'm saying? You got some searching to do.
But then who
Uh, I'm a vessel. I'm in the image of God in the flesh. Here to be an expression of that. Here to be an example of that. Uh, and return back to where I came from. In love. That's it. Here to be just the vessel that I am. Let the God energy run through me and express that to y'all. That's first and foremost. To uplift the energy's name. Who are you when you look inside yourself? That energy that separates you from everybody else.
have you ever dealt with depression?
Lightly, when you go you have moments like the thing that got me streaming. One of my friends that took her life, and I could say I was going through it, depressed, or I was down because she was solid, she was 100%. And at this time, I was like, I didn't know, like, it just messed me up at the time. You know what I'm saying? And some people on the app I didn't even know came through, held my hearts, and they was like, bro, whatever you going through is gonna be all right. I decided at that time that I was gonna take streaming seriously because I never would undertake it unless I could do it, like provide the consistency, because these are the things I was on the app, but these were the things that was talking about, like, to be successful, this is what you got to do. And I knew I couldn't even give it that at the time before that. But at this point in time, I decided to take it seriously.
What
Now,
are your hobbies now as an adult at the age that you are now? What are some of the things other than streaming that you like to do?
I like to grind. I like to hustle. Like I give back in the community. I volunteer. I'm working on a nonprofit, God's Work. My sister has a nonprofit, Butterfly Girls. We got Las Vegas Premiere Film Festival. We hosting a film festival out here in August 10th, around that time. I make beats. I'm an engineer. I just want to exercise
Beats.
artistic crafts, huh? Hmm?
That I need some beats. Let me hear
I
them.
ain't got no equipment though. I got this within me. This is a craft I'm not exercising. Like I got a lot on my plate, like to where I can't exercise this craft right now because I don't have, access to, get it. And if I'm gonna do it, then it's something, okay, I need to do it. Like I gotta sit down, it's gotta be a certain level. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, so now, what do you do? Because I know you said you do those things, but if
Yeah.
you can't actually do it, what is if you're not live? What are you doing?
I work. I'm in my job. I'm in the convention industry. We do the biggest events across the world. Everybody comes here for them. We mix business and pleasure, uh, and we do it the best. We conventions, trade shows. Uh, this is what Vegas. But besides the hotels and casinos, this is what everybody comes to Vegas for to their business conferences and vendors and stuff like that. So I'm in that industry. That's what like I say, what makes Vegas go. That's what makes us the number one tourist. Besides, they say Orlando, what we say Vegas. Uh, you know, but within all that, and within the time of, okay, I need to see my mom, pops, or my sister here, my nephews here, families here. Like my family's, my cousin birthday on the 4th. They just left. Uh, you spend time with family. You take time to yourself. Like you always got to take. Like I haven't taken enough self time to get into like my meditations, my things that do strengthen me and strengthen on my spiritual side because I've been spending a lot of time with everything else, which you should always keep your main thing to the front. Like you say, God first, So uh, day to day, it's a lot. Day to day, it's a lot. You see the people here around the app. I try to function with the streamers here. I'm trying to put that together to where we function, at least see about each other and push each other to be better because we're here now. You know what I'm saying? I've been around the whole time in the back, just watching.
You mentioned having a daughter
Yeah.
earlier.
Hmm.
How did your daughter come about? Was it with one of the people you had your longest relationship with, or someone else?
As I said, my baby mama, I knew her. Uh, she was 13 and I was 15 when I was just visiting out here in Vegas. Yeah, she's from Chicago. Uh, in 97, 96, I ran back into her and we kicked it
Mhm.
on New Year's, around that time, right after New Year's. And, she went away. I found out, I didn't know I had a daughter. I found out I had a daughter, you know what I'm saying, later. Um, I remember she was pregnant. And I remember going over her mom's house, and the mom's uh, had a crib over here. I was like, man, got a baby over here. That's a little black ass baby is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So her moms had kept the daughter. Sometime we're around 98, me and baby moms find out we hook up. I'm over there staying with her. She got 2 sons already. So I'm staying with her. And I know moms and I be over mom's house and everything. And Moms would be like, she would call me a dog. She'd be on the phone. She'd be like, "Where that dog at?"
Her moms will call you a dog?
Yeah. And I was because my nickname, is Scooby. So I'm thinking, she just woo woo woo. I didn't know that this was my daughter, and I'm staying over here with baby moms and their other two sons, and I ain't got my daughter over. I didn't know this was my daughter.
So her mom is calling you a dog because
I'm taking it as a joke, man. And mom's just talking to me, but she'd be when she talked to her daughter, she wouldn't be really like, but I didn't know what it was when I think about it now, but you know what I'm saying? Moms was never like that with me. She liked me, you know what I'm saying? And even her, I think my mom's gonna give you some, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what?
right.
Your mom better sit down. Yeah, but yeah. So, a bunch of time passed where I didn't know, where she moved out of town and one day called my mother, father, because she didn't know where I was at, and was like, yeah, he ain't seen his daughter in 11 years. And they like, what? We ain't known he had no daughter. Woo, 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 woo. So at this time, I'm out in Arkansas. My sister's here. And my sister goes to see about the situation. She goes over there and she's like, okay. Because wanted to know she got family. You know what I'm saying? Now, baby mama like, well, she don't know y'all. She don't want to, you know what I'm saying? She keeping her from. You know what I'm saying? Also,
why wouldn't she tell you though that you have a child and you looking at this girl and you're not knowing this child is yours? Why wouldn't she tell you this your
listen,
baby? Why wouldn't she want?
she was married. She had got married to her husband as well. You know what I'm saying? So she got married. Yeah, she got married. My baby mama, she got 8 kids.
Oh, nah, son.
She got 8 kids.
Okay. All right, because when you telling the story backwards, and then we gotta get to the meat and potato. Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you how it go because I'm telling you how I found out.
Why she ain't just saying, yo, this your
No,
child?
she never did because she's like.
Was she making the husband believe it was his?
I believe so. Like because I remember back times because I know the husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there. And I'm looking at this look. I'm looking. Huh?
You knew the husband and you was smashing.
Yeah, because I wasn't smashing it this time. I'm around before him. This was 97. He don't even know. So 2000, you got to realize all this time I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? From 90.
How old was your daughter when you found out she was yours?
She was 13.
Damn, bro.
So, yeah, she was 13.
That kind of helps you because she wasn't trying to get you for child support. Was somebody else paying child support for that kid?
No, it was. She's the third kid. After that, my baby mama had 5 more kids with this man. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
and she stomped, trust me, she stomped on his head because it's like, and finding out things like with my daughter, like she had to take care of those kids though. You know what I'm saying? Like those were her younger sisters and brothers and shit. And she didn't like that. And then like her mother wasn't around too. Like she'd skip off with another nigga, be gone and married again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter's there taking care of the kids with this guy, you know what I'm saying, which is not her father, which he knows. And then she's starting to ask questions because she don't look like him. He's Puerto Rican and black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why I don't look like my sisters and brothers?
Got you.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just getting here, welcome to the exclusive interview with my man, CinCity, y'all. Okay, please begin to prepare your questions if you got any questions for him. What are three things now that, like, you live by? Like, if you had someone that was in your shoes and dealt with some of the things you've been through in your life, what would be the three things you would tell them?
Man, morals, standards, and values.
Mm. And what does those three things mean to you? When you're saying it to someone, what does it mean to you?
It means to you, that's what I'm gonna be looking for, observing for. When I'm looking for a person to check their character, do you have that? It's a yes or no. And you can only see that over time because everybody can fake it and be like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on. I don't need you to say nothing. I need to look. And I'm going to make a
Right.
determination off your demonstration, you know? And from there, you know, some people good at faking, but if you messing like, I'm pretty good at discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm old and I'm seasoned in what, like, these things when it comes to dealing with yourself and expression and understanding and receiving body language and all that or whatever, I'm seasoned in it though. You know what I'm saying? Because I did my work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna observe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gamed up. So if I need to hit you with something and flush something out, I'll flush it out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know about a situation until pressure is applied to it. You feel me? Until like you don't know if somebody down with you until a certain thing happens.
With that being said, let me ask you this: have you ever felt used?
Oh, I can say I've been used, been a stepped or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm in position, like being in position and somebody else want to be in position too, they might latch on to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, I
I
might,
know thing.
I might know, allow the attachment to take place because it's beneficial or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, once again, is it worth it? Or, you know what I'm saying? Do you contribute to me well enough for me to allow you? Or do I, you know what I'm saying? Or not? Do I just keep my blockers on and don't let nobody, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna get to know some people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check you
When was
out.
the last time you felt like someone poured into you?
I could say now a lot of people pour a little bit. Elevated Goddess pours into me heavily. It's been a year exactly like since she even came around. And the changes that have taken place for everything and everyone. You feel me? That's why I gave her the name Elevated Goddess. That's why I gave her the name because you elevate things. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just me, it's me and everything around. It ain't just she goes over there. It's all about elevation. It's growth and elevation. That's the most important thing. That's the one thing I offer as a man is growth. You know what I'm saying? And for any woman that's ever messed with me or what, they can say they always came back and say, hey, I appreciate what you was trying to do back then. I didn't understand, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What
And I can appreciate that realization.
what's your motivation right now?
Hmm?
What is your motivation right now?
My motivation is just, you know, serving the people first, doing God's work and serving the people first. You got to be in service. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I know. So if I can give of me to, like I say, here to the community, because that's what I'm here for. First and foremost, I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's plenty, plenty. But I'm here, though, because of my path and how the steps came. And it's an outlet. And, you know, it goes from here to here to here to everywhere, to we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We speaking.
How do you decide on and if you got any questions, guys, first if you got any questions for CinCity, please hit the plus sign coming as a guest and ask your questions, or copy and paste them and prepare to write them in the comments. How do you decide who you want to support on this app?
Uh, I'm here for it all when it comes to the app, though. It's just timing, okay? Um, observance, like everybody, just opportunity. We take timing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, hey, you just happen to be here on time. Well, you catch it this way. You might have caught a good wave or whatever. Uh, sometimes you get people, you get they start. You jumpstart them. Everybody's not always gonna fall up under you, or people. Everybody like people want to be their own. And I also, even as a viewer, when you come into my stream, I allow people to be themselves and be, hey, where you want to be. I don't start asking you to do a bunch of stuff, or you know what I'm saying. I want you to sit back where you comfortable at, because you have to allow people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know when I came in because I came in as a viewer, and watching and learning and okay, they want you to do this, or this and this, and like, damn, well, I ain't even got none of that. Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or, I just felt like I was in a closet when I came into this as a viewer because, like I said, I'm quiet.
Pause. Pause on the closet.
Hey, no, I'm just saying, like, hey, in the closet, like, I can't believe I'm in here. Like, okay, you up there. Let's say I'm in the comments. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Even if I type something, like, just to have scrutiny and people look and all attention on me felt crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In learning and, like I said, it started with the local and then growing into like Tops and Royals, Queen B, No Drama. That's why I came across you every morning. Queen B be like, hey, she'd be like, hey, let's whoop roll. We got, hey, if we can just get one on roll, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be ready. This is what I done learned. Okay, I got to put something on the app a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All right. I can't wait. Let me come on there. We finna get roll ass. Yeah. She don't know who All Gas is, but yeah, she finna learn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So those
I have
were,
a question for you. Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
Tell us the last time you did a happy cry as well as a sad
A sad cry.
Good question. Happy and a sad. So you can start with the sad if you want.
I don't know I don't know if it's a happy or sad because I can't call it right now. And this happened last night.
cry. Oh,
Uh, I left elevated. I went to the kitchen, and I thought about y'all and where I came from. And I was like, man, it's really not all jokes and games, like because we bullshit over here. We have fun. You know what be going on. So the realization of, hey, it's serious business. Like what I'm standing for and what I'm representing is it's serious business. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about God or the word that you want to give to people or the right message that you want to send out or the right stance that you're supposed to take as a man, as a king, you know what I'm saying? It's serious business. You know what I'm saying? And for me and my duty, I come from a lot. So where I came from, uh, where I'm going, it's all in one. So just in that break of taking off from elevated stream and thinking about, okay, and doing this and thinking about this, a lot hit me.
got you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I guess that could be like a combination of both.
it is.
Yeah,
Like I said,
beautiful.
I haven't even had a chance to
Did
call it.
elevator tell you to man up?
Huh?
Did elevator say man up?
No, she didn't know. If she in here, she
Oh,
just
okay.
learned. She didn't know. Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see some questions in the audience. We're gonna get right into it. And Donna, if you have another question, let me know. Riffy asks, if you have a really good friend, a best friend, it's a female, would you ever want a relationship with her?
I think everything is a relationship, though. You feel me? Um, it's just what are your boundaries? Because my boundaries, I'm open. Like, and I don't deny. Like for me, I'm not denying nobody of me. Like, I want to fulfill myself. So, if I had two relationships, I'm open for the two relationships at once. Because we only here in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
I'm here.
you would want poly? Is that what you're saying?
I don't put titles on things though. That's the only thing because see, when somebody say that, okay, then they say, oh, this is that, or that's not that, or this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I'm operating out of love, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If you, we ain't got to put. You know, if you know what operation out of love is, then that's what it is. And
Earth,
understand it.
how would you react if you found out you had another 13-year-old daughter?
How would I react? I flip my lid. This had to jump right off my head right now.
He also asks, "Are you my daddy?" A little wild what he into,
How
but
old
it's
are you? I need to know how old are you?
oh, Queen BB. The questions is not
No.
for me. The
Boy,
questions for
I was
Sin
10.
City. But to answer your question, no, I am totally 100% committed to my wife. I would not want to share my wife, nor would I want anyone sharing me. I feel like she's exclusive. I'm exclusive for her and only her. Any other questions from the audience? Please take this opportunity right now to ask Sin City any questions you have on your mind.
What's up, y'all? There go my CEO prime time.
Yo, CEO. Any other questions? If there's no questions, y'all. Or Donna, do you have any questions? I think she's
Oh,
typing it. That's
yeah.
saying it.
Oh, no, no, no. I was going to ask him, can you tell us about a time you fell in love?
Uh, I don't know what fell in love is.
I could tell he was gonna say that just by his answer he just
Hey, look.
gave.
Nah, I don't. For me, I know what love is. You know what I'm saying? It's either I love you or I don't. Like I don't do the. You know what I'm saying? It's, oh, I'm so in love, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe I doubt it because I know me so well. Like I'm into me, and I know like that's my thing is knowing who I am. So this in love thing, like it's either I love you once I develop for the if I love you, and then if I love you and you disappoint me, that hurts. You feel me? So. Uh, but I understand too because we're not always in agreement. Like I respect for me, like even as a wife, you are free because I can't control you. And if I gotta control you, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want something I gotta control? Like, you know what I'm saying? I want you as you who you are. So I understand that people are free even if you're in a marriage. That's a choice. If you set yourself apart and dedicate yourself to me, then that's I'm gonna show you that love and appreciation in return. You know,
Are you afraid of commitment?
I'm not. It's just that I want to fulfill my life. Commitment for me is fulfilling my life. Like if I have two women, you know what I'm saying? If I might have somebody involved in my life to help me a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cutting nobody off. You feel me? Like it don't make no sense for me to cut anybody out when I'm trying to build up. That's crazy. I don't understand that.
Riffy asks, are you scared of being hurt?
I'm
And
not.
tell me there's another stream you could go into. Just swipe to the left or the right, whatever you prefer. It's his interview. He's supposed to talk.
Yeah, you know, yeah, he like it. He like it.
Are
He's
you
sitting
scared
there.
of being hurt?
I'm
That
not.
question. Riffy.
I'm not because I know how to protect my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a like how can I be hurt by what other people, you know, do? You feel me? They're free. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't, you know, either I'm accept you with all the stuff you come with or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to hurt. I'm hurt if you hurt. You feel me? And me being me sometimes hurt people though, because they be like, well, I love you, but you this type of person, or you this and that. You know what I'm saying? But if you love me. And that's all I
Let me
say.
ask you this, and then we could get you out of here. Unless the audience got more questions, or
Yo,
Donna got another question. Have you felt rejected in the past? Have you ever felt rejected or gotten hurt in the past?
plenty of times in the past.
Can you describe a time and exactly what happened where you was rejected?
Okay. This was in 1999, and this one, well, yeah. Man,
You
this
be
got,
remember years and everything.
yeah,
Dang.
because listen, of course. So at this time, it was a chick that I had liked. Okay, man, my baby mom, I was through. I was like, at this time, I'm out. So boom, meet the home, meet Shauna, and me and Shauna, we date for like a year now. Um, so we met in January. Somewhere around March, I hit, and all of a sudden we go together. You know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't mind this one, so I'm along with it. Because Shauna's cool, like she's eccentric. Getting to know each other. She's heavy into the Bible,
Right.
which at this time, I know what I know, but not what I know now. So I remember we get into an argument one night over something, discrepancy, and it changed. Like you could see it, like it changed the dynamic of the relationship, but we still going. We decided to move together. Now, I can't remember who I was, but I had my own, like my pops, and like when they moved, I was still in Cali. So I had like my own shit at 17. I've been staying out. I had been out. She had never moved out the house before. She had a daughter. She was
Yeah.
5 and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we decided to move together in the month of December, which is not a good month to be moving into a place. You know what I'm saying? And here we are in the month of December moving into a place. Like I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm working 2 jobs, but I'm an electrician and I'm working for FedEx too, like part time, so 2 jobs. We move in, I pay for everything. Boom, you have everything. Uh, I get laid off in the same month of December. It's all on her, you know what I'm saying? It was bad. It was just, it was just a bad time, and like, you know what I'm saying, just of things that happened because I had been out on my own. She was in panic mode, you know what I'm saying? And it put a strain on the relationship. Like I was using some syrup and she come over and grabbed the syrup and takes the syrup and slams it down on the counter. So you using too much syrup. And I'm like, and I'm looking at the little girl across the table, and she trying to hold her laugh in. And I'm like, I'm trying to hold mine in too. Though I'm like, I like my syrup run it over. What you mean? Using too much syrup. I didn't say that.
So
Huh?
we all just talking about syrup for the pancakes, right?
That's it.
All
Take
right.
that. Hey, bloop, bloop, bloop. Take that syrup from me and boom.
Spitting on some scissor,
No, no,
right?
no, no, no. Just some regular pancake syrup. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, it was a tough strain. You know what I'm saying? Like that
She
Christmas.
girl because she's in a fields.
Yeah, she's
Love.
like everything. Like so, like man, I had the preacher call in the house. Like like I'm like, is the preacher boning my girl? Like she's doing extra time at the church. Like, I don't know. You feel me? But I don't know. Like, when is the preacher calls to the house? But it's that. So I'm like, man, this ain't, it wasn't working out. Like by the time December was over, it was too far. We was going too far. It wasn't gonna work. So
Did you feel
finally,
like she
by
was a
huh,
preacher?
huh.
Did you feel like she was messing with the preacher?
I felt like that at the time, but I didn't know, like, but because I'm like, he's calling the house, and she's so into, like, instead of into, like, I'm used to, like, okay, boom. So, once again, I've been living on my own. This is her first time out, you know,
Yeah.
like, I knew her moms, her pops, you know what I'm saying? Because I was over there. This is family, and this is my homeboy, uh, girl cousin, too. So, um, yeah, it was a point of no return. Like we couldn't fight back. We couldn't like because she wasn't willing to hear. Like we things that went too far. I got like my job came right back in January, but that by then it was already a plan that I was gonna be moving out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that hurt. Like I was in like a for 3 days. And I was working with my pops too. And he didn't say nothing. He just looked at me and said, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't, uh, like sometimes you just gotta, uh, let things be and work through them and go on about your business or whatever. Uh, you know, and doing some, you have to go through it. But that was disappointing. That hurt. I never did looked at it like rejection because even though like when I show up to the party now, when I show up, it's like, hey, there goes Shauna. You know what I'm saying? They be like, there goes Shauna. And I'll be like, hey, Shauna. You know what I'm saying? So it's still love though. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect, like, we go through our shit as a person and we don't have that understanding of what it is. Like we so much into our values and our tradition and what we, you know what I'm saying? That it's all about what I want, man. I'm here to, put in it. Like, for me, everything is a relationship. I always take the position of your man, though. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, even if it's a friend, and I'm not never gonna fuck with you, I'm still in that position as your man because this is king shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a demonstration to lead by, an example to lead by and shit. So I'm gonna lead by it.
Got you. Got you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just get in here, we are concluding the interview with CinCity.
Hey,
Okay. I gave y'all the opportunity to ask any other questions. If y'all got a question, y'all about to type it out, put a one in the comments. If not, I'm going to let CinCity go, guys. Okay. CinCity, I want to thank you. Let's clap it out on the time I
hey,
speak about. Uh,
big shout out. Big shout out to everybody, man. To everybody that's doing their thing. Big shout out to you, Roll. Paving the way. Without you, I probably wouldn't even had a vision of, what it is because you gave me that vision of what it is to have a family back, even way back then when I was looking and I was like, hey, and you dropped that jewel on me to search. When you search the emoji and the whole family comes up, man, that was so dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And even how having the homeless and shit, not having the home and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's how all this shit came about. Hey, love you too, Riffy. Love you too, Tweety. I see y'all down there, man. Shit. I appreciate y'all, everybody though. You know what I'm saying? Because we contributed to where we at right now.
facts. Is there anything you want to promote before we get you out of here?
Yeah. Saturday, I got Aquarius Glow Masquerade Glow auction. I am on at 11:50 Eastern. Also, Aquarius Duck Battle August 10th. I am battling Elevated Goddess in the Duck Battle for all ducks. Okay? Y'all come shoot for a king. We gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shoot for a goddess and the god as well. Man, I appreciate y'all.
I believe Donna has one more question for you.
Yeah.
I do. I typically ask everyone this at the ending of the show. So, how did it feel opening up to myself
role as well as the audience?
It was for me. It was good just to come talk to y'all. Come talk to Roll, and and give you an opportunity to know a little bit more about me as a person and what I've more than what you know and what you see on the stream. Though it's definitely good to come build and chop it up, because knowing somebody for me is that's what I'm here for. I'm here to get to know you, though. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Right.
substitute the time for it. Like, and everything's accelerated on the app, so uh yeah, it's it's good just to be here and thankful. And I thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you once again. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not hit CinCity with a fave, hit him with a fave right now, as well as faving me. And if you got any love
Absolutely.
to show, and please make sure y'all send those jets his way, whatever gifts you want to send his way, y'all. And also, if you want to bless me, now is your opportunity to bless both of us, y'all. Thank you so much, CinCity. Let's
Yeah.
outro. Let's get out of here. Hold up, let's bring back.
Y'all be
Let's go.
blessed. New year,
Thank
new Jenny.
you so much, everybody that's in here. Y'all hit us both with a favorite right now. Thank y'all so much once again. Bro, New Year. We get a bundle. We be acting out. Say it with your chest. Hey. Always keep it a hundo. Alright. They wanna know who we are. They wanna know. They wanna know who we are. We're the models. 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 Up in the place. We're the models. We hit the stage. We're the models. Second to none. We're the models. 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 We number one. No, we number none. We go get bucks. You ain't fucking this stuff. Real ones know what's up. It's time to get role model fresh. It's time to get role model fresh. It's time to get role model fresh. We the models. We the models. It's time to get role model fresh. Get fresh. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let's turn it up a little bit, y'all. Y'all ready?